down right now.
Well, President Trump's latest round of tariffs took effect overnight, targeting virtually all U.S. trading partners, including a hefty 104% tariff on goods from China.
China is now vowing that it will not back down and will, quote, fight to the end. Also effective overnight, Canada implemented a 25% tariff on auto imports from the U.S.
Meanwhile, we've been checking oil futures, and they have now fallen to four-year lows.
Experts warn that it's a double-edged sword. Lower oil prices will benefit drivers at the gas pump, but they're also a warning sign of an expected economic slowdown.
All right, so let's provide some perspective here. Here's a look at where gas prices stand nationwide this morning. A gallon of regular unleaded currently sits at $3.24 a gallon. That's the same as a week ago, but up 15 cents from last month. Michigan's average now stands at $3.17 a gallon, down 11 cents from a week ago, but up 13 cents from a month ago.
And we have Team 7 coverage this morning, starting with 7 traffic anchor Allie Hoxie. And Allie, of course, you've been getting some insight on what these tariffs will mean for gas prices.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I keep track of the roads in the morning drive, but I also keep track of everything else that's happening in the drive. And as you hit the roads to fill up your gas tank, you may have noticed that gas prices seem very volatile right now. 1 minute they're up and then the next minute they're down. Well, recently we saw gas prices reach a high for 2025 and then we saw a drop off. I reached out to Patrick DeHaan with Gas Buddy to explain. He tells me the recent spike in gas prices is gasoline stations switching over to the more expensive summer gasoline blend. As for the drop, these new tariffs could slow down the economy and gas prices.
There's a real risk of a recession. And in a recession, just like we saw during COVID, Americans don't drive as much, they don't fly as much, they don't consume as much oil, gasoline, diesel, and jet fuel. And that's why oil prices plummeted after the tariffs were announced.
So are we going up or down? You know, we got summer on the horizon. Usually we go up with the switch over to summer gasoline blend, but then now we got these tariffs.
Yeah, for now, I'd say the immediate future over the next week or two, we're definitely going down.
All right, DeHaan tells me right now there are no tariffs in place on Canadian oil, but that these tariff talks are very unpredictable. So it's hard to say what's going to be happening next with gas.